To start off with. It's all about getting your independence, whether it's home or away, because as you can see, this can turn in tight spaces, so you can use it in your home. It's also all terrain except sand, so that means getting outside on the sidewalks. If you're going to a wedding this summer and you want to be on the grass, you can do it in your EV Rider. But here's the thing, this isn't just about comfort and mobility and convenience, it's also about luxury, because this is based on luxury cars. So all of the features you'd expect, like keyless entry, automatic lights, and a sparkly finish. Yes, it's an incredible machine to get you around, whether you're getting to that time of life where you're feeling like you need a walker, or if you're using a cane. EV Rider really gives you your independence back, and we're bringing it to you at an outstanding price. Take a look at the price on the screen. You're saving $700 off the QVC price, which brings it down to $400 on 5 easy payments. Now, if that still seems like too much, then we do have another way in which you can pay, which is using 18-month special financing on the Q card. That then reduces that payment even more to $111 a month, which, if you work that out on a daily basis, it's about $350 a day. So if you can say goodbye to that coffee you're getting from the drive-through, you could say hello to having your independence back. So let's talk colours, because I am on the blue, and I don't know how closely we can come in, but the blue is sparkly. It's just like a sports car, as is the red. Can you see what I mean? Look at that finish. There's something about it that's just so exciting. I don't think I've ever had a car with a finish that is as impressive as that. This is also going to ship to you for free. V83273 is your item number. So 2 colours to choose from, both patriotic. Laurie, I'm going to introduce her in just a minute, is on the other colour, which we'll show you in just a second. So you are choosing either the blue or the red. And I'm welcoming in Laurie Pickford. Laurie has been with us here at QVC for 27 years, bringing us products for the home. Welcome, Laurie. It's so great to see you.
Hi, Sam. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here on this EV Rider. It is a fabulous, fabulous mobility scooter that was created by our owner, who was a bioengineer, who was actually working with special needs children, and realized that their scooters were really outdated and cumbersome, and wanted to make a better mousetrap. So he came up with the EV Rider name, and the one we're riding on today really is, as you said, a luxury vehicle because it's got that keyless start. We give you 2 key fobs, very similar to what you would get with a regular car. You simply press a button on your dashboard and use your fob, and you can keep the key with you, the fob with you, so that when you're not using the scooter, the key's not in it for someone to be able to take it. So that's a really wonderful feature. And as you said, the blue is really pretty, but I kind of like the candy apple red that I'm on.
Yeah, I've got to say, I mean, when you think sports car, you generally think kind of red, and I love that this has all of the features of a luxury car, from that keyless entry to lights that you can set so that they automatically come on so that you don't have to think about it. Let's do a little bit of a tour, because, you know, there are so many great features on this. I'd love you to kind of take us through the display. I don't know how close I have to come for you guys to be able to see my display. If I spin around, and yeah, if you could just talk us through the display, that would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. The dashboard was made so that it's simple and easy to use, especially for hands that might have dexterity issues, like if you have arthritis or you have trouble gripping things like opening a jar of pickles, or for example. We made everything easy to see. Right there at the top where you see the color, that is your battery readout. You can see that there's a full charge because there's green going to yellow down to red. When you get into the red, you know that it's time to plug your EV Rider in and charge it up again. And you can do that from 4 to 6 hours will give you a full charge. And that's going to give you 7 hours of runtime, depending upon your terrain and the weight of the person who's actually riding it. In the middle is a dial. That dial is your speedometer. You can set this anywhere from rabbit, super fast, all the way down to turtle, which is nice and slow, from 0 to 4 miles an hour. On the left-hand side, you'll see there is a button for your light. And on the right-hand side, there is your horn.
Oh.
So you can let people know you're coming up behind them if you happen to be moving in a crowd. You can see down below, there's a little red lever on the right side and a black one on the left. That is your electromagnetic system that's going to allow you to drive, to go forward or to go backward. And when you want to stop, all you do is let go of that lever and the EV rider will come to a slow, smooth stop all by itself. There's no levers to push or anything pedals for you to worry about. You just set your feet in the EV rider, take a seat, and you're good to go.
Yeah, Laurie, I think that's such a great call out. I mean, this is our first time working together, but I've spoken about this before on air. I've had a couple of bad incidents on scooters, and so anything that you have to grip, I get afraid of, because when I'm nervous, I grip more. This isn't about having a throttle or anything like that. It's literally, if you can use one thumb or one finger, you can power it, because it's just, that's all I'm using. And as soon as I let go, it stops. But because of that electromagnetic braking system, it's going to come to a really smooth stop. So you're never going to feel like, wait, I'm getting faster and faster and I don't know how to stop. As soon as you take your hands away, you stop, and all you're doing is just gently pressing that. And because you can adjust the speed, I actually adjusted the speed. I came all the way from the shoe studio over there with Sean to in here, and I drove all the way here, and I was like, it feels a little fast for me. I'm going to turn it down. So you can really customize how it feels and get your confidence up. And it really is like getting your freedom back. You know, if you remember the first time being able to learn to swim or ride a bike as a kid, when you get on an EV rider and you have your independence back and you can, hey, I'm going to go over there and get that, or maybe go down to the end of the garden and see what's coming up for springtime, it really is a moment. Now, let me remind you of the colors. So I am on the blue, and we'll come in and we'll show you the blue because I really want you to see the finish on this, because just like if you were buying a car, check out the sporty finish on this paint job. I feel like we're on one of those shows where they like make over your car. Look at that sparkle. So this is the one you're ordering as blue. Then we also have it available in the red, which is the one Laurie is on. You are saving $700 off the price. But there is a but. We only have 320 to go around. So if you, maybe you know you've got some money coming back from your tax return. If you have, this is such a great time to invest. Spring and summer is just around the corner. There's going to be things where you're going to want to get out and about. And maybe, you know, your mobility is great. You can walk, but you find that you get tired. This is going to allow you to be able to keep up, do the things that you want to do, and have, you know, being able to be outside and making the most of the summertime and making the most of being with friends and family, which is what we all love after being inside in winter. It's $400. That's going to be your 5 easy pay, or we also have that special financing. Call us to find out about the Q card. It's $111 to spread the cost across 18 months. And if you do the math on that, it's about $350 a day to be able to just get on your EV rider. Maybe you're just going to the other side of the kitchen, but maybe you're going to the other side of the sports field. It's really up to you and where you want life to take you, that maybe you feel like it isn't anymore. And none of us want to, you know, kind of be, none of us want to ask for help. We love to give help. We don't like to ask for it. With the EV rider, you don't have to. So Laurie, let's dive in a little bit, because something I'd love to talk about is just how many places you can take this, because you can even take this traveling.
You can take this right up to the entrance of the plane. It folds down, and we'll show everybody how easy it is to do that. The base will literally just kind of bend. The whole thing goes down. You fold it up, and you can take it right up to the entrance of the plane and have them stow it underneath, or put it in your car so that you can go to the grocery store. It has that adjustable tiller, and what I love are these hand rests that are adjustable. I use it in the house. You can't see right now, but I'm actually recovering from surgery on my foot, and I'm wearing a boot that really can be cumbersome. So I want to be able to get around the house. And if you just follow me here for a minute, I'll go around and show you just how easy it is for me to make it through the house, whether I want to put some plates or something in the sink, or maybe I want to get something out of the refrigerator. Now I have the ability to do just that without having to ask for any help. Where I would have had to have said to my husband, hey, will you go and get that for me? Now I can move around freely and do that on my own. So whether it's in the house, whether it's outside on macadam or on a deck or on pavers, the only thing, as you said, you can't do is use it on sand or super deep gravel. Anywhere that you would be able to push a go-kart, for example, is a good way of thinking about how you can use and where you can use the EV Rider.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing, Laurie, just watching you burning around. I mean, obviously we've got a lot more space in here, but you're just at home in your regular kitchen and with your boot. And it, you know, it always amazes me just how easily it kind of turns on a dime in terms of getting about. And the other thing is, like you say, you know, you've got your boot right now. You could just be laying on the couch not moving, but because this is giving you that mobility, you can be reaching for things, getting things, moving, even though, you know, you're not as mobile as you would usually be. We would love to hear your stories of EV Rider. You can call us on the number below, which is 800-395-1610. In the meantime, we're going to hear a testimonial, and Patrick is going to share his story. So take a listen to this.
Hi, I'm Pat from Everett, and right now I'm awaiting knee surgery. So the EV Rider has totally changed on how I get things done. I can go to the store on my own. I can go ahead and go on vacation, get chores done around the house. So this has been a really great purchase for me. So when I get it folded down, I'll go ahead and carefully pick it up, put it inside, making sure that it's clear. You can see with a basic SUV that it'll fit. And off we go to the store. I'm at the store with my EV Rider now. I can put the basket between my feet to collect things. With my own scooter, I'm able to get through the aisles faster. I know it has a full charge. I can also go through self-checkout without any assistance. I can take my garbage can out to the street and navigates through rough terrain pretty well, so this has been a great benefit in my life. If you're struggling with mobility, the EV Rider is a must-have.
I mean, isn't it amazing? Don't you get a sense that Patrick's the kind of guy who he does not ask for help, and he doesn't have to. He can do all of the things, you know, whether it's getting the groceries, taking out the garbage, because he's doing it with his EV Rider. Now, one of the things he showed was how easy this is to put into the trunk of the car. So there are two things that are on this. I actually should have spun it around the other way to show you. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to drive it around so I can show you. Hang on, let me get my seat up, and I'll show you so that you can see what I'm talking about. So if I spin it around this way. Actually, I might need to come back a bit further so I'm not quite so close to the camera. Let me do another turn. I love turning it around because it's so easy. Okay, here we go. So you can see there are two red things. You've got this little red pin, or not so little pin here, and then red at the bottom. And what I'm going to do to fold it down, it's really simple, is I'm going to pull out the red pin. At the same time, I'm going to put my foot down onto this red plate here. So that's all I'm going to do, and that's those two things, and then it folds down. Now, truth, I only learned to do that right before we started the show, and I'm doing it in heels because why not? And that's it. It's ready to go into the trunk of your car. You can take this all the way to the airplane. This weighs about 51 pounds, so I can pick it up. You know, if not, you might ask someone else to help you with it. But it is something that is designed for you to be able to get back your mobility, for you to be able to get back your independence, and to take you wherever you would go normally in life, whether it is getting on a plane or if it is just something as simple as taking out the garbage. You've really, really got options with this. Then to just fold it back up, all I'm going to do is pull it apart, and you'll hear everything snap back into place, and there we go. Let's talk about adjustability, Laurie, because this is, you know, one of the things that I think is really special about this is just like when you get your luxury car, you know, you can adjust the seat so that it's designed exactly for you. I'd also love you to talk about, in terms of size and weight limits, for who this is good for.
Yeah, so as you said, this is weighs about 55 pounds, but it holds up to 250 pounds, which is great. And the adjustability on it is fantastic as well, because the front tiller, which is what we call where the handlebars are, that's 100% adjustable up and down. So if you're someone who's tall you would want to put it up as high as it goes, right? Just by using that knob. And notice the size of that knob and the shape. If you have dexterity